Hi, I'm Mary Burchard. I'm actually retiring next week after 37 years of teaching, and in my very first year of teaching, which was in 1980, I started at Our Lady in St Francis Secondary School, which was in Charlotte Street. And I was a new drama teacher. There had been no drama department before, and one of the first things I was told to do rather than asked to do was the Bridgeton Burns competition. And this involved me preparing a group of young girls to speak in a choral speaking group. I had no idea really what this would involve, but I had just previously finished at RSMD training in drama, and I had won the Duncan McRae Trophy for speaking Burns verse. So I thought, yes, this is a challenge I'd like to take up. So St Mungo's are now what's known as the host school for the competition, but as well as being the host, we still enter lots of our keen pupils for the competition in verse speaking, in singing, in playing, often in the arts and the news desk as well. And we are delighted to say that we've had lots of great success doing that. So for our pupils, for staff and for parents, it's something that we just do automatically every year now. And we feel it's very, very important to the part of the culture of our school. Part of our role as hosts is that we chaperone all the visitors that come to the school. So there can be up to 800 boys and girls and their teachers come to the school. And our senior pupils are known as the runners, and they take people from room to room. And the very first year that I did this, it was in John Street, and Stuart McLaughlin was the head teacher. And I was so impressed by how the runners did the job in his school that it made an impact in my mind. And I was moved by how welcoming and proud of their school they were. And I think our runners have sustained that tradition. The reason that we still do the competition is actually pupil demand and parent demand. We find that pupils develop confidence, they develop their self-esteem, their communication skills, their analytical thinking, creative skills. They learn how to work alongside each other, and as well as all those things, it's great, great fun.
I'm Taylor Logan. I'm actually used to be a student here, and I first got involved with the Bridgeton Burns Club. I think I might have been second or third year, and I used to do the verse speaking, but then a competition came out where you could write your own, and the speech is the response from the lassies, which basically means you have to stand up and be really cheeky about guys, so that it just sort of seemed really, really fitting for me. The people in the Bridgeton Burns Club are so warm and so welcoming, and you really want to see the sort of next generation of people taking an interest in Burns and wanting to you know, be involved. When you go to do the competitions, they're so laid back about it. You know, there's no pressure, so you almost get a chance to mess up and develop these skills. I really think it's so important for, like especially for young Scottish people to sort of know about their heritage and, you know about Robert Burns. I've been in London a lot recently, and people always ask about Cayleys, they ask about Robert Burns, and they ask, you know, do Scottish people really do that? So it's really important, I think, for you to be able to say, you know, you're a part of that, you're a part of, you know, these Scottish traditions.
And Elka Waif cries, "Old Mahon, I wish you luck with the prize, man." The deals I will, the deals I will, the deals I will, the excise man. He's danced a walk, he's danced a walk, he's danced a walk, the excise man. We'll mack our malt, we'll brew our drink, we'll laugh, sing and rejoice, man.
And Maury brought thanks to the meeko black deal that danced a war with the excise man.
The deals I will, the deals I will, the deals I will, the excise man.
British and Burns also offers a fund for the arts, so any of our senior pupils who are then going on to study any arts courses are invited to apply for some funding towards their course. But we are in a multi-deprivation area, so that allows our kids to be aspirational and have some realistic backing towards their courses. So it's an invaluable asset to our pupils.
He's danced a walk, he's danced a walk, the excise man.
Jamie came to me and said, "I'd like to go in for the Burns competition this year," and I said, "Of course you can." I assumed it maybe meant one of the verse speaking, but he wanted to do his own composition of 2 Burns tunes and combine them on piano. So he did that, and he worked and worked at it. He worked at it at home, and on the night of the competition, he was nervous on the way along on the journey, but he so enjoyed the competition, and he's already committed to doing next year again. And I can see that Jamie will be one of the boys that will take it right through into senior phase, and hopefully might use his Burns later on in later life.
Last year I took away a lot of skills. One was definitely a big boost in confidence. I expect to take away some good new skills on piano and hopefully assist me making other renditions in the future. The path of careers that I was thinking about going down is becoming a music teacher in my later years, so this is one of the things that will quite help me a lot, I think. The skills that I will grow in the Burns competition will definitely help me in later life, as it will help me develop confidence and writing my own renditions and songs. The Burns competition in the night is very exciting, as you get to see all of the primary children doing it themselves and hopefully becoming more confident in their primary careers and also secondary. The Burns competition is well known and known to be quite prestigious, and I'm hoping that it will assist me in later life and improving my skills on the piano.
I'm Talia Webb and I go to St Mungo's Academy, and this is my second year competing in the Bridgeton Burns competition. Last year in the Bridgeton Burns competition I won my category and it was a great experience. It also gave me lots of different opportunities as I got to sing at a Bridgeton Burns meal in a big hotel in the centre of Glasgow. I've always been interested in singing, and competing in the Bridgeton Burns competition is a great way to show that passion. I meet with the singing teacher in my school, Miss Lax, every week, and we rehearse for the Bridgeton Burns competition. I think the Bridgeton Burns competition gives young people a great confidence in themselves and also lets them express their talents.
On the night of the competition, the children are so excited, and not just for what they're doing, but for the other people in their school that are doing part of the competition, and also for all the other competitors. There's a real buzz in the place, from the runners to the candidates, between the teachers and the competitors, and then between all the judges. It's a massive, proud celebration of Burns, and it's great that it's happening now in the East End of Glasgow still.
I see a form, I see a face.
So on the night of the competition, St Mungo's transforms into the host venue. And people, first of all the office bearers from the British and Burns come in, and all the judges, and all the lovely ladies and gentlemen who help cater for our pupils and for all the pupils that are coming here. And then it starts with a trickle of the little primary ones, often in their tartan sashes and looking all around them at the big school. And they're taken to their waiting area, and it can be a long wait for them, and some of these children are only in primary one. And so teachers come very, very well prepared with all sorts of resources to keep them busy and occupied.
So I'm Miss Waring, and I'm from Cairns Primary and halfway in Cambuslang. And tonight we've brought 70 pupils with us. So we're taking over 2 classrooms, so we're jumping between the 2. So all the runners are coming and they're going choral speakers, and the choir and soloists, and we're like, they're away, they're away, they're away. So it's like been a kind of military operation to try and get everybody all at the same place at the same time. It's madness but fun. Yes, there's high as kites, but they've been working so hard for it, so this is it, this is the night that they've all been waiting for and that we've been practising for, so we're just, over the moon to be here. Confidence, just confidence in themselves, just confidence. You don't have to be a winner, just being here is look at it like is kind of, you're a winner enough, but it allows different skills. So we've got children who've been entered into the art competition who might not make it into choral or poems or singing, but they're amazing at art, and it gives everybody the chance to be individual and just reach a wee bit of a potential and maybe do something they didn't think about before, so just fabulous. See the Burns competition at Cairns Primary, and literally the moment we start back in August, it's like, when's the Burns Club starting? And even like there when you're saying we're going to be starting the Burns Club, you're inundated with children, and I think they've seen that there has been success for Cairns over the years, and they see some of the trophies arrive and they go, I want to be part of that, I want to be that part of that kind of collective buzz. So they're absolutely, well, we've got 70 children with us tonight, which kind of shows exactly how important it is, and the parents are so supportive of it as well.
So when we first introduced the competition to newcomers, the language of Burns is so exquisite and clever, but it is also, at first glance, quite difficult and quite hard to access, especially for people for whom Scots is not their first language. And in our school presently, we have 36 languages spoken in this school. So, in fact, it's a level playing field for everyone, because even the Scots-born children, it's still difficult for them to decipher what is going on in a poem at the very beginning. But it always moves me how within a few runs of the poem, they are beginning to connect with it and enjoy it so much, and it's their job to go and research and find out, make them independent. What does all that mean? And therefore, how will I say it? And how will I put that across to the panel, the judge on the night? So, and because so much of his poetry is about humanity and about love and sadness and the funny side of human nature, they're actually learning life lessons also through Burns observations, and that's why it is still so relevant now to do it in school. And then the competition is on, and the energy just builds and builds the whole night, and until we are actually at a stage where there are people running everywhere in order to arrive at the right room to go in and present their Burns poem, song, or perhaps a speech. And it works like clockwork, builds to the climax of the evening, which is when the results come out on our smart board in the street area. So the children all gather from all the rooms, they all gather back, hundreds and hundreds of them. applauding, and then when the results go up on the board, the noise lifts the roof off. I'm sure the whole of the East End hear the reaction to those who win. And those who win are absolutely triumphant and proud and hugging each other. And those who've not won are just as determined to come back the next year and see if they'll do better.
What's his name and where's his home? I dinna care to tell. Ilka lassie has her laddie, name say aye. Yet all the lads they lure me weel, and what to war a man.